It's recording now.
Okay, great. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Here we go.
I like that. That's good.
Was it kind of like a British accent?
Yeah, you're getting better at your
Little bit.
accents. Getting
This
better. Okay. It is July 4th, 2022. My name's Eric Breitmeyer.
And I'm Christen Stringer.
And I've known you for less than a month.
Less than a month, maybe 3.5 weeks.
About 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And I wanted to record today to talk about our first date.
Yes.
Well, it's still kind of fresh in our minds.
June 11th, 2022.
June 11th, 2022. Do you think it went well?
Yeah, I think it went okay. I think it's, what you would call successful
Yes.
dating experience.
Yes. There's a
So-
lot of times I think you go on a first date and it doesn't go well.
And you shared some of those experiences with me on our first date.
On our first date, yeah, and as well
And
as...
that was very traumatic to even hear some of that.
Yeah. Because sometimes you have like some bad first dates. I think everyone has some bad first dates.
Oh yeah.
I
But
think
if you don't, then you're not doing it right.
When you go into a first date, you got to keep an open mind, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to kind of be weary, a little afraid. That's like, oh,
Right. Meet in a public space. Like, who knows what's gonna happen? Who knows nowadays? We met at the Coffee Bean in downtown Plymouth, a great public space.
Yes, that's key. Is you have to meet at a public spot, and it's safe for everybody, especially when you meet someone online, like we did, which we met
Yeah.
on the dating app Hinge.
Yes.
Yes.
Hinge.
Hinge. Shout out to Hinge.
We're like the poster children for Hinge.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, put that in an advertisement.
Hey, could do well.
But
Could do well.
what do you remember thinking about me based on my dating profile?
Dating
what
profile.
was it like? Let's
I
start
thought
there.
you were attractive. Like, I was attracted to you. You had friends.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, like, okay, this is like, I feel like there's such a high volume of like people who showed up on my dating profile that like does that sound terrible? That I can't remember the details of what your profile said. All I remember is that I thought you were cute, I thought you were funny, and I liked your message to me about my sobriety.
Got you. Yes, on your profile, one of the prompts was what was it? Facts that surprised me. Or
Something that you might not expect or something like that.
Yes, and you said that you
Live a sober lifestyle.
and I messaged you and said, no big deal. I bet a lot of people
Yeah.
have a lot of questions about that and all that.
Mm-hmm. They do. And you did. Well,
I didn't have a ton.
you didn't have a ton of questions. And it really wasn't, like, even, like, it was cool because, like, on the first date, you asked about it. And, like, you didn't, like, pry too much. And I didn't, like, completely divulge my crazy shit right on the first date. But, like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I live a sober lifestyle. Alcohol has negatively impacted my life.
Yeah, and it's one of those, it's a touchy topic, so you don't want to, like, ask too many questions about it, I
Yeah,
think.
especially on a first date.
It's not something that was a deal breaker to me. It wasn't something I was afraid about. It was just like, all right, let's figure
Yeah.
out what a date can be that isn't going to a bar and getting drinks.
Right, you have to be a little bit more creative. And two, it wasn't like I was preventing you from drinking. You had a beer. But I said that on my profile. Other people being inebriated doesn't bother me. So being around people who are drinking doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Yeah. I remember your profile and like going through it. There was a lot of times you see a profile and you like see like one or two negative things or something, or at least things that you perceive as like, oh, that's not for me.
Yeah.
That's like, I don't care for that.
What were my negatives?
You didn't have any.
Come on.
No, I'm serious. You didn't have any. I remember like looking at it of like, all right, I like everything here. There's nothing that's an instant like, oof, I'm just gonna have to.
I thankfully did not
Deal
have a
with
picture
that.
of myself in a sunflower field, so sorry.
No, you did not. I didn't have a picture of myself.
One in a million shot out there,
I didn't have a picture of myself holding the fish.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Never went for one of those. If you had, we wouldn't be here, honestly.
Do you have specific things that you would look for in profiles that were deal breakers?
If you had a voice prompt, done.
You know what's funny is I think I deleted my voice prompt like I think
Good.
a month or two before.
Some are funny though, but some are so awkward. Like some of the most awkward things I've ever heard in my life. And it's always about like, you know, like an espresso and making somebody coffee. And
Really?
Yeah, it's so lame. It's so lame.
Really, I think some people get creative with it. Some people have like good voice prompts that they have on there. But
Yeah.
I think it was always entertaining listening to them.
Yeah. But there's
what's up
awkward
with
voice
it?
prompts.
Yeah. There's definitely awkward ones. I ended up deleting mine because I was just like, I don't like it.
What did yours say? What was your voice prompt?
Mine, it was like
Oh,
I think it
can't
was it was like give me travel tips for like it was like that prompt.
Yeah.
Like, give me travel tips, and I think it was my answer to that was something along the lines of give me travel tips for going to a destination wedding.
Okay.
Like I wanted what are your tips like if you've gone to one?
Sure. Oh yeah, because you going to Mexico soon.
Yes.
Yeah. You're already seeking out that
Seeking
wedding
out.
date, yo.
Well, just like laying putting that little hint out there of like, hey, you want to match with me? So I've got a destination wedding.
Exactly. Missed that completely. But yeah.
But that's good to know that if I would have kept that in there, I wouldn't have matched with you.
Yeah,
Would
for
have gotten
sure.
that instant X.
Yeah. It worked out in your favor. But yeah, we met up and met at the Coffee Bean and immediately I think hit it off. I think we had a lot to talk about. We had to like do the basic formalities. What high school did you go to? What year did you graduate? We knocked that all out.
Sorry, I just noticed that my laptop wasn't charging, and that
Do you need to?
that would have been bad news. But we're good now.
Was it not charging?
Was not charging, so it was gonna die.
Oh. Well, good call. That was a close
So I wanted to fix that.
All of this for nothing.
Where were you in your life around? Like, what were you like dating wise? Like, how were you feeling about your life at that time?
Like from a dating perspective.
From a dating perspective, like a month ago, where were you at?
Not great. Not loving it. In fact, prior to going out on a date with you, after, because of the prior experience I had with meeting on a person on Hinge,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, I'm meeting up with this guy. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm done with the dating apps. Like, I want to like meet people organically, which how is that gonna happen? I literally nap and work. That's all I do.
Yeah, I don't know how that was gonna work out for you.
It was gonna work out though. Something was gonna come up and I was gonna meet somebody. But I met up with Eric and I was adamant, like, if this doesn't work out, like at this point I didn't want to go into it with high hopes. Like everybody like ended up being like kind of a weirdo and, you know, in rehab, not divorced yet. Just things like that.
Not the ideal. Yeah.
Where
I think it's funny. I just think it's funny that I was your last chance. This is the last ditch effort here.
For sure. And like my friends gave me shit because like none of my friends do the dating apps ever. And they're like, you just need to you'll meet somebody in person.
Yeah.
Because like the joke with Jen is that like she's like, are you dating someone with mental illness again? Like it just was like a recurring trend of like mental illnesses.
Yeah, and bad dates and
bad
not
dates.
Going well.
And,
you have a lot of friends that were like in relationships giving you that advice?
Yeah.
I heard a lot of people would say like, oh, you know, it'll happen. It'll happen. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It'll happen when it happens. And you know, at this point, I was 33, and feeling kind of like there's no guarantee that it does happen. You know, like there's no law. There's no rule.
That by 35, it's done. You've met somebody.
Yeah, there's no guarantee. Like it's not a written rule that it's going to happen. So I felt like, you know, I've never been the type of person that just like instantly fell into relationships all the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's long gaps there where it was just like, I don't even know if I know
can recover from this.
Yeah, like, I don't even know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like almost kind of eating away at me of like kind of like on a very subtle level getting nervous about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thinking, okay, this is like I am getting older.
Yeah.
And it's not great. And I remember telling Tyler a few months ago, I remember telling him, I was like, I feel like this is an important year for me.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a key year where, like, I want to meet someone.
Mm-hmm.
And
here we are.
Ta-da! There you are.
Here I am. Not going anywhere, guys.
But I will not say it was like a last-ditch effort where I was about to delete
Really?
dating apps. No, I was gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna give up on it. I was on 4 different dating apps.
Yeah.
Because as a guy, you have to just like
hit them all up.
You have to just like it's work.
Well, you were telling me about that in the first date about like having to like. You even put yourself as into gay men and women because it made it
a
better.
tip of it will boost your profile rating and show you to more people.
There you go.
Because guys will swipe you right, and your profile will be like Tinder will look at you of like, oh well, this person's getting swipes.
Never had to do any of that as a female on one dating profile.
But
like 2 was too much.
What caused that? Because I was looking into the statistics. I was looking into the stats and everything. Yeah. And basically, girls get like 2 matches of like every 7 swipes.
Yeah, I believe that.
Like that's on average.
Yeah,
like they will match with 2 people of the 7 that they swipe on.
Okay.
Where guys, you get 1 for like every 32 swipes, I think. Mm-hmm. So
low numbers.
It's low numbers,
yeah.
and then you have to think of that like those profiles.
So like half of them are fake.
Yeah, they're fake, or they're just like there's something wrong where it's you don't click, you don't hit it off or something, and it just never works out. So the numbers were not in my favor.
Yeah.
So you have to be on 4 apps. And just
I get that. I get that. That's so unfortunate. That's so much work.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, look at this. So we look back on the Hinge stats, and I hit like on your profile at the end of April.
And we did not.
And we matched 1 month ago today, June 4th.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I remember I was at a friend's house
when we matched.
Yes, when we matched. It was a Saturday evening, and I was at a friend's house.
God, he's so good with details. I feel like such a schmuck. I don't know this stuff. I love it.
I was at a friend's house because I was like, oh, I just got a new match, and I had to like be like, all right, what do I say to her?
Yeah.
To get this ball rolling.
Whose house was it?
It was my friend Clint's house. He was having a little party.
Clint, we haven't met yet. Know a lot about you though.
Well, one of these days.
The only friend I've never met.
All right, let's get into it.
I digress.
You'll meet him someday.
But yeah, that's sweet, babe. Do you remember that?
You don't remember like where you were, or like what you were?
I was probably at home. Let's be honest. I was in bed. I just woke up from a nap.
That sounds right.
That sounds right.
That sounds.
Or
accurate.
Working.
No, Saturday night. So I don't think you'd been working. I
definitely would have been sleeping.
So we started messaging. The conversation got rolling. I think I think I asked about your dog.
Yeah, the
and
dog.
Some other stuff.
I said, Sierra, what a beauty, what a babe.
We started messaging a little bit, and then
we didn't talk too much though, which I liked.
We made plans for Friday, and then at a certain point, I think you sent me a message that was like, "Have a good day." Like it was like a morning. I think like Monday morning. You sent me a message. Like we had been talking like most of Sunday, I think, and kind of made plans, exchanged phone numbers, and Monday you messaged me and you were like, "Hey, like have a good day," and I was like, "You too."
Yeah.
We had plans on Friday, and I think I messaged you Thursday or maybe Friday morning.
Yeah, because we actually went like a full, I think 24 hours with not talking.
Yeah, I don't think we talked Tuesday, Wednesday at all.
Yeah, you're right.
I was playing it chill. I was like, I don't want to bug her.
You don't want to be too.
Like we had the plans for Friday. It was I think vague plans, but it was like we'll meet up on Friday. That's the plan.
Yeah.
And
had a work situation.
Yeah. Had to reschedule.
Had to rain check it, which is so cliche because it was like,
Of course. That's the tricky thing is getting that first date, I think.
Yeah.
Where you're both like, I am on the way. I will be there at this time.
Yeah.
And
well, girls cancel all the time.
Yes.
And like I felt so bad about that because I don't want to be that girl. But like genuinely now knowing me and you knowing like my work situation.
Yeah.
Like, yes, of course that would happen. So I thanked him for being so understanding at the time, because there
Yeah.
are a lot of people who aren't very understanding about that, and there is somebody who was genuinely canceling because they genuinely
Yeah,
cannot.
I'm never the type of person to be like, oh well, like of course you're flaking out, like screw you.
Right, like immediately
Never
rain
do that.
checks.
Like that's not gonna.
Let's
work.
hang out the next day. Like
Yeah, I figured
replan
out
for the next
like
day.
when can we reschedule?
Yeah.
Luckily, we were able to meet up on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, well, what's the plan? And we're
Mhm.
like, let's do the thing we've already planned, which was meet up at a coffee shop
Mhm.
in Plymouth at the Coffee Bean. And I had some friends being like, you're going to get coffee on a Saturday night at 7:00? Like, what is that? I was like, what do you mean? Like, that's fine. That's a fine meetup spot. Like,
Yeah.
it's casual. You can get a drink. If you're not feeling it, you can peace out.
Yeah.
There's no commitment for like your whole night. You know, like if we plan
It's
dinner,
casual. Yeah.
if we plan dinner, you have to stay. You have to sit through dinner.
Mhm.
You have to wait for that check to come.
Well, you don't even know if you're gonna make it to dinner. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's the thing is, I think people start off really heavy, like in a formal dinner situation, and you don't even like each other at the
You
end
don't
of the
even
day.
know.
Meet at a coffee shop. Meet somewhere casual first. Talk a little bit. See if it works. If not, then don't go to dinner. You know, feel it out. I think we did it right. I think we did everything right on that first date.
Yes, because it was always there was like I think several checkpoints where it was, do you want to continue this?
Yeah.
The answer was yes every time.
Every single time. Yeah.
Every single time because it was going well. You arrived at the Coffee Bean before me,
Mm-hmm.
and
I got the spot. My concern was not getting an outdoor
yes
spot, like on
because
the
there's
patio.
really only seating outdoors. There's not much seating.
There's seating
Indoors.
indoors, but it's so quiet in there, and because I'm so awkward and introverted, I didn't want to be like in the Coffee Bean on a first date
Yeah.
in dead silence with like somebody listening to Morrissey with their headphones in the corner next to us. You know, didn't love the idea of that, so I wanted to be on the patio.
Yeah.
So
Which
and
was
I
fine.
got
It was a nice night.
yeah,
It's good weather out there. You got the last table,
last table.
and you were hyped about it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember walking up and walking over. I was right on time. You showed up early because
I was early.
we agreed to meet at 7.
Yeah.
And I think I arrived at 6:59, so I was right on time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember walking into like the patio area, kind of like surveying the group, and kind of almost being unsure which one was you.
Yeah.
I had to just kind of confidently be like, I'm pretty confident that I am at the right location, and that girl at that table is her. And luckily it was. I sat down and
yeah.
was like, hey. And you were like, I should have
Found
told
me.
you I have dark hair now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I, like, 2 days prior to this date, I was a blonde. On the date of our date, I went brunette. Didn't tell him. And, like, didn't even, like, think to go into it and be like, hey, by the way, like, I'm not blonde anymore.
Yeah, just
I was,
heads up.
and then I was like, you know what? He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And you did.
If it's meant to be, he'll figure it out.
Had my back turned to him and everything. It wasn't even like
Yeah.
you could see my face.
Yeah,
like,
couldn't-
just, like literally hide and go seek. Come and find me.
Yeah. It was like, I hope I'm not just sitting down and being like, oh.
Were you like, are you Christen? I believe you did do something like that.
No, I don't think I did that. I remember, like, I sat down, like, I was full of confidence.
You were.
I was like, sup?
I wouldn't go that far. But like he did have like an aura about him. He was confident. We sat down, we started talking. He was a great conversationalist. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Yeah, I sat down, and I think that first little bit at the table there was like the standard kind of just feeling it out,
Yeah,
like first
basic
day
questions. Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, seeing you and being like, all right, cool, like, I've met her in person, she's attractive in person, she seems nice, like, everything is good. There's plenty of times where you can go on a first date and see the person in real life and think, oh, yeah, this
They're
isn't
not-
for me.
Yeah.
And then
not
you have to
cute.
sit through that date.
Yeah.
What were your first impressions of me?
I thought you were super cute. Like your eyes, like his eyes did it for me, dude. Like he's got the bluest eyes I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Wow.
yeah, literally into you. Babe, you little hottie
Ooh.
toddy. Yeah, so
then we got up and went inside to get drinks. And the thing that I didn't reveal to you beforehand, before me agreeing to go to the Coffee Bean, was that I don't drink coffee. I don't.
Right. Yeah. Yes.
So when we walked in there, I had a choice to make of, do I order some sort of coffee drink that I may not like, or do I just come clean to you?
He came clean, and I'm glad that he did, because that would have been awful to waste a coffie.
Yeah.
What did you get? Some
I got
tutti frutti drink or something.
I didn't get a tutti frutti drink. I got I ended up getting a vanilla soda.
Kinda.
Yeah. Kind of. That's what it was.
I got an iced chai. Really chatted it up with the barista there. That he was a nice guy.
He was a nice guy.
Over tipped him, and then I was like, "That's all right."
You paid for the coffee.
Paid for the coffee. Double tipped the barista. I was feeling it. I was in rare form that night. Talking it up with the guy. He's like, "What are you guys doing later?"
Yeah, we're
and I was
casual.
literally don't know. Literally just met this man 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We're gonna see. TBD.
Yeah, TBD. What happens here? I think there was a point where me coming clean to you in the coffee place and being like, "Hey, I don't drink coffee." I think that almost kind of sparked something.
Yeah.
Of now you know me. Now
Now
we're a little bit more comfortable with each other, because I've revealed this
that was the
tidbit.
turning point for us. I don't drink coffee.
I think that was just it's I don't know, put things at ease or something, because now it was now we had a problem to solve. What do I order?
Yeah.
It's not just hey, what kind of books do you read? It wasn't just awkward trying to make conversations. It was hey, I've got a problem and I need your help now.
We are at the register. It is time. It is now or never. Either shit or get off the pot type situation.
And luckily they had a whole board of hey, here's non-coffee drinks.
They actually had a lot, which was
which I wasn't
good
expecting.
relief for you, I would say, because a lot of time coffee shops are coffee, water.
Yeah.
Maybe a tea.
Hot chocolate.
Or a hot chocolate, yeah. Can I get a hot chonky?
Yeah.
That would have been great if you ordered that.
It was
middle of summer and ordering a hot chocolate. Can I get some marshmallows in that?
Yeah, for sure. Load it up. Some whipped cream on top. Yeah. But no, the drink I got was delicious. I would definitely go back and have that drink.
Yeah, it was good. I can always go for a chai.
But it was good.
Are we going to really go back to the Coffee Bean?
We can.
We could reenact it. I mean, that is our first date.
You're a coffee person. I feel like we have to go back.
I mean, we got to work on getting you a coffee machine here.
When we went back outside, we did not sit at the same table that you
No, we moved
were nervous about getting. And then we got back out there and we had a choice of tables. And we sat at a different table.
I don't. Okay, so you know how you are always so awkward. I think it's awkward being out on a first date in general, and I always am hyper aware that people are oh my god, they're on a first date, and I'm conscious of that, and I don't want to be having my first date conversations with two teenage emo girls sitting 2 inches away from us. No, thank you. Not into it. I'm sure they aren't either. So if anything, I was sparing them the details of my gruesome life.
Yeah. That is one of the things you think about when you're on that first date is can people around us hear this conversation?
For sure, because I do, and I notice it, and you bet damn well I'm talking about those first daters. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then you can make your judgments of how the conversation's going, how that date's going.
Absolutely. You don't listen to first date convos?
I'm not in the situation often enough to hear first date convos, but if I was around them, then yes, I would listen. I would tune in to that, absolutely.
Well, I will make you way more aware of those.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. After coffee, we walked across the park. We went over to Bigalora.
Can never remember the name of this restaurant, and I think if you asked me in 15 years what the name of this restaurant is, I will not get it.
In 15 years, a place will probably be some different restaurant.
It'll probably be 3 different restaurants in the next 15 years. So.
Well, what it is right now is Bigalora, and which is a good spot. I like it. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
That was one of the things of I'm all right, well, the coffee's gone well.
Mm-hmm.
This is going well.
Do you want to go? Are you hungry? Do you want to grab something to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And we walked over to Bigalora and decided to split a pizza.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you really kind of learned of this pizza side of me.
Well, the funny thing is, I had no idea. Like, going into this date, did not know about the Pizza Eric, didn't know about the Slice of the Pizza podcast.
Yeah, a pizza of my life.
A piece of my life. I'm sorry. And everything pizza. And like, I remember the first question, not the first question, but he did ask me what my favorite food was.
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing I said was Indian food, of course. But then I said pizza second. And like, what if I had been like, I can't eat pizza. Like, I have a gluten allergy. My stomach distends about six inches when I eat pizza. Would that have been a deal breaker for you?
It wouldn't have been a deal breaker, but I would view that as like a bad sign.
Yeah, bad omen,
of
for
like,
sure.
Not necessarily like a bad omen, just like this is probably not it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if this is my person,
they have to like pizza.
They should probably like pizza.
Yeah.
At least on some level.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thankfully, love pizza. We had pizza tonight for dinner. Tried a DiGiorno.
No, you're giving
and
all
he
the
changed my
details.
mind. Yeah, he changed my mind. Flaky crust.
I made you eat a DiGiorno.
I'm more of a Jack's person, but we'll stop that there.
That's crazy talk.
And yeah, I tried a flaky crust DiGiorno today. I liked it, but pizza's pizza. But
Yeah.
I feel like that's a radical thing to say because I don't think that everybody thinks pizza is just pizza. I think that there's a lot of like opinionated.
There's a lot of opinions about pizza.
Exactly. And I'll eat pizza.
I think
Anywhere.
when we were at Bigelow on that first date, you suggested
The light sauce.
you suggested pizza.
Yeah.
Like, we were looking at the menu and it wasn't necessarily, like there was other options. I wasn't necessarily going to.
Did I suggest the pizza?
I wasn't. Yeah, I think you did, because I was not going to. Like, maybe I would have suggested it at some point, but I was kind of planning to order something else or order something for myself, expecting
parm.
you to order something for yourself, maybe a chicken parm. But I was expecting that, and you were like, I could go for some pizza right now. Would you want to split a pizza? I think
Yeah.
it was something along the lines of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that sounds perfect.
Yeah. We shared
Always
a
down
pizza.
for pizza. So we got a pizza, and
Yeah.
as I know now, you like light sauce on your pizza.
I'm a light saucer.
Nothing wrong with that, because I love cheesy bread as well.
That's what he calls his cheesy bread. I like a small amount of sauce on my pizza.
Yeah.
Don't like too much sauce. It just overpowers the cheese.
Yeah.
It overpowers the crust. Chicago style pizza, not for me. Way
Really?
too saucy. Way too saucy.
We're going to Chicago in 2 weeks. You're going to be anti-pizza then?
I will highly customize my pizza order.
Wow,
We will not be
wow,
sharing
wow,
a pizza in Chicago.
Oh, wow.
I mean, unless you're okay with like not Chicago style light sauce pizza.
Man, you don't go to Chicago to not get not Chicago style.
I do.
We'll see how that goes.
I do.
I guess that'll be the next thing we record, is how that goes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But the pizza we had tonight, did you think that was too much sauce?
No, it was just fine.
Okay.
Just fine.
Because I think there was a good amount of sauce on that.
I didn't think it was like heavy. It wasn't like I was eating a Jet's pizza. I order light sauce on Jet pizza and it still comes, bloodied in sauce.
TMS, too much sauce.
Too much sauce. But yeah, we ordered pizza. And I think then we really,
The conversation
were really
was going
hitting it
well.
off. Yeah. Like, we had a lot to talk about. I think both made each other laugh, which I think was
Yes.
pertinent.
I remember, because there was a group chat that I was in,
Yeah.
and they, and I told them about this date of I've got this date, because I had recently had a bad first date.
Mm-hmm.
So there's now a lot of talk about my dates of well, this is the first date after that.
Yeah.
How's this one gonna go?
Yeah.
That I remember they said, send us an update during the date if you can.
Yeah.
Let us know how this goes. Send us a voice note.
Did you?
So I did.
When did you do that?
You got up to go to the bathroom,
Oh my God.
and I popped into I opened up my phone and I popped into the the chat,
Yeah.
and I sent a voice note, and it was real. I think it was 6 seconds long, and it was just, "Hey guys, the date is going the date is going well. I like her a lot. So far so good."
Oh, I This is the first I've ever heard this,
And
which is so
zip.
sweet.
Sent it off. And
Done.
I think I said, I gotta wrap this up before she gets back from the bathroom.
Nice. Didn't know a thing when I came back. So
Yeah,
nice.
well, because I'm so super casual.
Super cash. Wow, I love that story.
Yeah, and so then that was good. I think dinner went well.
Dinner went well.
Conversation was going well.
Conversation going well, enjoying each other's company, and we still just wanted to keep hanging out. I think I did.
Yeah, I definitely did.
So we walk out, and then that's when like the topic of my hair color came up, and I was
Yes.
like, yeah. So 2 days ago, I dyed my hair brown, like
Just
brunette.
changed it.
Just changed it. I was like, hopefully, you're not into blondes. Like you're okay with brunettes. And he was like,
Yeah.
not the answer that I was looking for. Like not confident. Like
There's not-
clearly he does like a blonde. Like I'll be honest. You like a blonde, babe.
I think I prefer blondes. That's true, but I still like dark hair as well. Like dark hair is a close second place behind it. It's not that I
Yeah.
dislike dark hair or had an issue. If all your pictures on your dating profile were with dark hair, I was still hitting like on it. It was not a deal breaker or any of the sort.
Okay. Well,
So don't feel like pressure.
but I mean, most of the time I am blonde. That's what's so funny about this situation is
Well, yeah,
I'm a
you just
natural
switched.
blonde. I'm normally blonde. So
You just switched.
just switch.
Just hilarious.
So my hairdresser will love me
Yeah.
when I see
you
her.
don't have to switch back.
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
Do
Well,
what
this
you
is the
wanna
thing.
do.
This is a
Do what you
constant
wanna
thing.
do.
It's actually so funny. Thank you for saying that because it seems like every time like I've dated somebody, like I'm constantly like they're unsatisfied. They're like, no, I like you as a brunette. I like you as a. I want what I want. You know what I mean?
Do what you want. Like,
Yeah,
I want
I
you to
agree.
be happy. It's your body,
I
your
know.
head.
Yeah.
You're looking at it every day.
But you're looking at it every day too. So I mean, I respect that you have a preference, but
Entirely up to you.
thank you.
We walked around the park a little bit and then sat down by the fountain.
First kiss.
Yes. Did you think it was coming then, or were you wondering when it was coming?
I knew it was coming. I just didn't know like when. But I think that it happened like very naturally and it wasn't like awkward or forced or anything like that. It was like the right time. I think it happened very organically.
Yeah. Yeah, because we sat at the fountain for a little bit, maybe like a half hour.
Yeah, we talked about your Blockbuster days. Love
Yeah,
that.
Had to know about my Blockbuster days. Yep.
Lots to tell there and
All those good
people
stories.
watched and it was crowded. It was definitely a busy Saturday night in downtown Plymouth
Yeah,
for sure.
I think. Well, I don't even know if it was necessarily a busy Saturday night. I think that's just a generally kind of how it is around the fountain on Saturday
That's
night. I
true.
think it's a popular little area there.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just seemed like the right spot.
Yeah.
I was
We
like,
hung
all right,
out.
I'm gonna kiss this girl.
And we smooched.
Yeah,
And it went well.
and it went
Like
well.
liked kissing ya. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, was like,
We'll
let's
kiss
do-
again.
I was like, yeah, let's do that some more.
Yeah, exactly. But then we decided to get ice cream.
Yes, because we were like, let's keep this going. Like, what's the next step? You
Yeah.
know? And
He's suggesting all of this. Highly impressed because he kept things moving. Like he had a suggestion and an idea every single time. Like I
Yeah.
didn't have to do any work, which is great. Like he knew what was coming every step of the way.
yeah, I just was like, let's keep this rolling along. Let's not just,
Yeah.
we can't stay in the same spot for too long.
Yeah.
We got to like really kind of keep something going. My only goal was to not be like, so let's go to a bar or something.
I know that was tough. Yeah. Because I think at one point was it after we got ice cream? Something along those lines. I kind of was like, I felt like you were going to suggest going to a bar because that's when you had brought up like so why don't you drink? You were asking for a little bit more details because that would have been like on any other date that was going well, that typically would be what would have been next is to go to a bar. You know what I mean?
If
is
not
to
like
go
the
grab drinks.
if not like, like that would have been like
That
the
would have
time.
been
because it's like, what else do you do at 11 o'clock at night?
You go to the bar. You go to the bar if everything is being successful on the date. So yeah, of course that's where your mind's gonna go.
Let's keep this date going. Let's go have a drink.
And
Like,
then throw some drinks in there. Things get more relaxed and yeah.
I remember
Did it have that?
we went from the fountain to the ice cream spot there in Plymouth. We walked down the street, and you grabbed my hand. We were holding hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Are you? You're not really a hand holder.
No, I am. I enjoy holding your hand.
Okay.
But
My hand.
I wasn't expecting.
Really?
No.
But you liked it?
I liked it. Yeah. Hence, I didn't like pull away or like
ew.
push you into the road.
Gross.
Or run
Well,
away from
good.
me. No, but I was not expecting that at all.
Aw.
You know, on a first date, you're grabbing my hand like, whoa,
I think that's sweet.
we're dating already.
I know. It just everything happened very fast.
It happened
It's
quick.
pretty much a whirlwind, but
We went and got ice cream. I got
Yeah.
an Oreo flurry.
mm-hmm.
What did you get? Do you remember?
Shit. What did I get?
I think you got
A Butterfinger?
maybe
A Reese's?
You might have-
Probably
a
Reese's. Yeah,
flurry?
100% Reese's.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think so.
Didn't finish it. So we hung out there. We were the last people served at the ice cream store.
Yeah, we
So
made it
was,
just in time.
perfect timing. We were the last
Yes.
one served. That's why I felt they felt annoyed, and I could feel it. And now I know why, because we were the last customers.
I don't think they were annoyed.
Nah, the girl was giving us a stink eye.
Was
A
she?
little bit, yeah, a little bit.
I don't remember that at all. I don't think that was the case.
Well, I think you were distracted.
I think she was just jealous because she saw and she was like, these people are on a really good first date.
Yeah, I'm sure that was what it was. I'm sure that is what it was. But then we hung out, talked a little bit more there. Of course, we had to ask when our birthdays were,
That was
and
key.
he said guess, and I said no problem. You were either born in April, December, or August, and he goes, yeah,
Yeah, I was kind of surprised.
and I'm like, I'm good. I am good.
Yeah, but then
But
we found
I
out.
ended up being off in the fact that when I met him, I thought that he was going to be a fire sign.
Yeah, that's what you thought.
That's what I thought. Turns out he's not a fire sign. He was born in December, but he's a Capricorn December.
Yeah, so it's the end of December.
But now that I know
Very
him,
lucky.
yeah.
Very lucky that you
Yeah,
got
that was lucky. I mean, I wasn't completely off, but yeah, he's definitely a Capricorn. Now that I know him, definitely a Capricorn. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yep.
I remember at the ice cream place is when we asked what was the last names.
Yeah.
And you told me your last name was Stringer, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's it.
You said I had a celebrity last name.
No, I said that was that was a cool last name. That wasn't something that's awkward or
Yeah, no
like
one's
unusual.
Ever said that to me. Yeah.
That's pretty normal, kind of strong. That's a good last name.
Okay.
And a couple days later, I was talking to my friend, and they were like, "What's her last name?" And I was like, "I don't know. I
Oh.
think it starts with a P."
A P.
Yeah. I was like, I think it's Pointer or something. I know that's not correct, but I think that's.
So even after
What
I
it
told
might
you my
be.
last name, you had forgotten my last name.
Yeah.
Well, it's not on any of my social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't check on any
Don't have a
social media.
Facebook.
It wasn't
pretty
until
incognito.
Yeah, it wasn't until you sent me the picture of you booking the train ticket for our Chicago trip
That you got my last
that
name.
I was like, that's her last name. So that
Nice.
avoided me having to be like, hey, so
Hey.
what's your last name? Let me ask that question again.
Well, good. good thing I sent you the Amtrak tickets. But I had the spelling of your last name down pretty soon. So
That's impressive.
I'm pretty impressed. So
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Bravo.
I know.
Props to you. Claps to you. The other thing I remember happening at the ice cream spot is that you talked to me about turning 30, and I mentioned Bo Burnham.
Yeah.
And we found out that we have a mutual like of Bo Burnham.
Love them.
And I remember that being a point in the date where...
Well, and I think you should leave.
And I think you should leave.
Yeah.
I remember that, but the Bo Burnham spot at the ice cream, I think took the date to another level of okay, hold on, I'm really this is another thing I have in common with this girl. This is
Yeah.
now this date's on another level. This has gone from good to great. This is
The girl likes Bo.
Like we have this like mutual.
Yeah. Like we started like recapping
humor.
the inside.
Yeah.
What do you call that video movie?
His Netflix special.
Netflix special. Way off. But
His video.
his video. Well, he did YouTube videos. It's not totally off.
Not totally off.
Not totally off. But yeah, we have a mutual love for Bo Burnham, especially the inside Netflix special.
There you go.
And he suggested we go back to his house to watch.
Because I'm out of other things to invite you to. Like at
Yeah.
this point, it is late. It is 11:30, I think.
It may have been
I think it was.
11.
I think it was because the ice
Yeah.
cream place probably closed at 11.
Yeah.
So it's right after 11.
Mm-hmm.
My options are invite you back to my place to hang out more, or invite you to a bar. And
Yeah.
the bar is off limits.
Mm-hmm.
So
we head on over.
you were down.
To,
You were down.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that was like, all right, it's a first date. She might be like, nope, we gotta end it there. Peace out. See you next time.
Yeah, did it? No, but I'm so go with the flow though. I'm so casual.
So go with the flow.
I am. You know I am.
You are.
I'm very good with the flow, and like I'm cool with it. I wanted to meet Sierra.
Yes.
That was on the point list,
Yeah.
the to see list.
That's how I got you back. I was like, I got this dog.
Sierra and Bo.
You can meet her.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all I need. Dogs and Bo Burnham.
Yeah. So yeah. But
Easy lay. Just kidding. Did not happen. Did not put out on the first date. It was close though. Do you mind? Should I have kept that out?
Don't worry, I can edit it out. But we so we got back to my place and we watched some Bo Burnham.
Yeah, finished it. I did.
We
Well,
watched
no.
It's his inside outtakes, which was like the second part, which
I
you hadn't seen yet.
Which was nice.
Which
yeah, there was some additional
was
songs,
great.
some additional features.
Yeah,
that,
a lot of new stuff for you
yeah,
to watch.
Yeah, liked it. Loved it.
Yeah, we
Would
watched
see
that.
it again. Yeah.
Yeah, we watched that, and you were like, "Gots to go. Peace out."
Well, I was over for a little bit.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I mean, yeah, like that was an
you know,
hour-long thing.
We did our thing for a little bit.
Yeah.
And, made plans for the next day while I was still over here. Like we were
Yeah,
like, this is going great.
This is going great. I want to see you ASAP.
Let's hang out the next
Yeah,
day.
you free tomorrow? Perfect.
Absolutely.
We're hanging
When
out.
and where.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, ever since then, yeah, we've been pretty inseparable.
Yeah, we've been hanging out a lot.
A lot. Making plans, making trips, meeting
Making
friends.
a lot of plans, yeah.
Making a lot of plans, yeah.
But I think it's been a great.
I would say it's serious. What are you?
I'd say it's serious, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's moving in the right direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a 1 month anniversary of when we matched.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to recap or mention? Any other questions you had for me or anything? This is your last chance to talk about this.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else, babe. I don't think so. That we haven't covered, haven't talked about.
I think we covered it all.
I think we covered it all. I know you're awesome. You're great. You're my favorite guy. What a cutie.
I appreciate you saying that. I think you're awesome too.
Thanks. You're just copying what I said though.
I think you're pretty amazing.
Copycat.
You know how I feel about you. I think you
I know.
are terrific.
Terrific.
So we'll wrap that up here.
Yes, that's great. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah,
I really
Kristen,
appreciate it.
Thank you so much for doing this. I think in a few years' time we'll look back at this and be like, oh,
That's cute.
look how much we liked each other back then.
I know. Look at we're touching each other and
Yeah.
we're just so cute and cuddly and yeah, it'll be funny. I think we're gonna I know for a fact I'm gonna look back on this video and be like, what were you wearing? Like what is this? What is it? Your grandmother's towel rack that you're wearing?
Did you borrow his shirt?
Like
or
what is
something?
going on right now? And then I told you I was like, we're a little clashy. We're a little bit clashy.
Yeah, because they're just
So-
slightly different shades of
Right.
red. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you win some, you lose some.
I could have changed shirts. I could have
It's
worn
fine.
something else.
No, you seemed really adamant about wearing the Coke t-shirt, and I wasn't gonna stop something that
Yeah. I was just the first shirt I grabbed. I was like, all right, that's a comfortable shirt. I didn't think about how.
It doesn't look bad. I think
Flashy.
I look like the eyesore, personally. If I had to be honest.
No, you look amazing.
I look like my grandmother's hand towel.
I've always thought you looked amazing. All right, we'll wrap
All
it up
right.
there. End of video. Bye-bye.
Bye.